that death, dumb blinded. So plays a mean pinball.
The Stratford Festival is shaking up its usual Shakespearean fare with the original rock opera, Tommy.
I think Pete Townsend wrote a classic, and so I think it's appropriate to do his classic in this environment where we do so many other classics.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Tommy was a classic, but at a different time. Pete Townsend wrote the songs for Tommy in 1969, first as a concept album for The Who, then as a film musical. The story of a neglected, abused child growing up in the wake of the Second World War. Tommy becomes deaf, mute, and blind. He is completely cut off from the world until he discovers his talent for pinball.
At the time it first came out, Tommy summed up the troubles of the post-war generation and the solace it found in rock and roll and at the arcade. But can the musical still resonate with a new generation of theater goers who might be too young to even know what a pinball machine is?
People at Stratford are banking it will. They even organized this pinball tournament.
That is what makes it so special.
For the creator of Tommy, his musical is about a lot more than pinball.
It was about our neighborhood and about, in a sense, an iconic boy from our neighborhood, an everyman boy who was essentially a post-war boy, a boy who had suffered. It still resonates. The audience today will be as much young people that have grown older, but also hopefully they can bring their kids and their grandchildren and say this is our story in a sense, because so many people went through it.
So what we want you to do is just be perfectly still. Don't.
And Tommy tackled even darker subjects like the sexual abuse of children at a time few people talked about it publicly.
I wanted it to be a part of the story, and it still is. There's nothing graphic happens in the theatre, so I don't think it's a frightening scene. But also we don't back away from it. One of the things about it, of course, is that it's a huge issue today because of the internet.
And perhaps it's that side of Tommy, as much a human story as a pinball-themed musical, that is the key to its staying power, as it takes its remarkable 4-decade success on screen and stage to a Shakespearean festival theatre. Deanna Sumanak, CBC News, Stratford, Ontario.